Welcome back, my friends. Today we're going to be looking at video 2, building a sentence database for you to create your own multiple choice tests in Blackboard. For this video, you're going to require the Oxford Learner's Dictionary. The link I'll put in the description down below. You'll need an open blank MS Word document, an open blank Notepad, a copy of the vocabulary list, and I'll put a link to ours on our website in the description down below. Now, the reason behind this video is many of my colleagues have expressed a lack of willingness to work with Blackboard, stating, and in many instances I agree, that the Blackboard interface is cumbersome, it's difficult to work with, it is slow, belligerent, dreary, and not adaptive. And I've worked enough with Blackboard to agree with a lot of that. However, this is a very, very interesting workaround that allows you to take any Word document based test and very quickly convert it into a Blackboard test. And we will go through those steps right now. First, we need to build a vocabulary list in the Word document. Once you have that done, open up Oxford Learner's Dictionary in your web browser of choice. It shouldn't matter what web browser you use, unless there's a mysterious update that changes things. I'm using Chrome just for ease of use. You'll be doing a lot of copy and pasting. I suggest you learn how to use Control-C and Control-V to increase your efficiency and speed. Another useful keyboarding tip is holding down Alt and pressing Tab, which lets you flip very quickly back and forth. So we take our first vocabulary word. This will be for level 2 cycle 1 list. Control-V in, and we search. And we get our word. We're looking at the noun form of area. We're going to scroll down to extra examples, and we have a lovely selection of sentences. Let's grab a few quickly from the middle. Make space. Oh dear. Sort them out. Leave a space. And move on to the next word. Now, one of the most important things in this process is to proofread to make sure you're producing testable materials that test what you want them to test. However, in the interest of time and speed, as we build up our database, don't be afraid to grab quickly. There's always time to refine it later. Some things to note when you're building your database. First, check for the length of the sentence. If it's a longer sentence, your students may have difficulty reading it, which will take time away from their test. And you must decide, is it going to be a reading test or is it going to be a vocabulary test? Make sure that you're using the correct grammar. If you haven't taught the past tense yet, don't allow your item to be used in the past tense. Also, check to make sure you're using the noun form, the verb form, or the adverb form in the sentence, just to create fairness in your test item. Something many people skip is lexical density. There's a difference between a long sentence and a lexically dense sentence. If you add in 4 vocabulary items in a sentence that the students have never seen before, they're going to stop and work on those almost automatically. And that's going to alter the results of the test. Lastly, make sure you check for the appropriateness of your item. make sure that the topic of the sentence being used is something that is appropriate for both your level and your environment. I'm going to jump ahead and finish my list. I suggest you do the same with yours. And I'm done. Yay! And just to recap what I said earlier about looking at your items and doing some proofreading, very quickly checking for tense, checking for the use of the word. Take a look at that sentence there. It's a very long sentence. There's a lot of large words in there. If you're going to be testing them on their ability to navigate lexical density, then make sure you give them some practice on that and that they understand what's going on. Sometimes we don't quite get a lot of words or a lot of sentences, and if we go back, let's just take a look at just. And as an adverb, there are many different uses of just, as meaning exactly, at the same moment, no less than, equally, by a small amount. This is one of the difficulties of dealing with isolated grammar and vocabulary items, and I would appreciate any discussion on this and different methodologies for doing that, and I encourage you to drop down in the comments down below and share what you think and methods that you found successful. So that's building your database, and with a large number of sentences we can now move on and create a template for level tests that we can reuse several times without actually using the same items over again. So that's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to leave a comment down below, and have a great day.